What it do, YouTube? This is your boy Richie Rich Mo. Thank you guys for watching this channel. If you're new to the channel, make sure you do two things: like and subscribe. We are growing every single day, and I promise you won't regret it. Make sure you guys go down below, click the notification bell. Also, go to immortalsociety.net, my website, my brand, my everything, and go copy guys the new PG t-shirts. You know what I'm saying? Panda Gang, man. Make sure you guys go pick up some merchandise. We are selling very, very fast, and right now I'm doing a special for everybody. Buy two, get one free. So I'm only doing this for the next month, for all of August, and after that I'm not doing nothing like that again. So make sure you guys go pick up some merch. We're selling out crazy, and I do appreciate everybody's support. And on this video, we're going to talk about 5 things I dislike about my car. Now, first and foremost, I do not dislike my car like that. Honestly, I love this fucking car, but since this is a thing what people do, the 5 things I don't like about my car, I find it's only right that I do this. These are 5 things I probably would like on my car or changed about my car or whatever from factory. But overall, I love this car. The Mustang honestly is the best freaking car, and that's a whole different topic, and I will explain a little bit more after this. But let's get straight into this right now. 5 things I dislike about this car. Now, number 1, the main thing I dislike about the car, honestly, like I said, I do not even have an issue with the car. I love the car overall. Had the car for about 3-4 months now. I can't remember. I think it's about 4 months now, going on 4 months. This car overall is just a beautiful car. It's so amazing. I mean, honestly, I can't really complain about my car. There's nothing I really find as an issue. But like I said, since this is a thing, everybody likes to talk about 5 things they dislike about the car. These are probably some of the things I probably would change about my car. So now, number one thing that I definitely would have changed, would have hoped for they would have did. And this is my preference. It's just little things are tedious to me. But the main thing I don't like about the car is the plastic that comes on the car. It got the plastic. I mean, it's not bad, don't get me wrong, but instead of doing the plastic black all around the car for the side skirts and the front splitter, and one thing I do like that they did for the 2020 models, which I have the last year of a full true motor, because they're going to be making hybrids and electric cars. But this 2020 year, they actually perfected the rear diffuser down there. This is definitely new for the 2020s. The older models don't have none of this. So the Apparel kit on the car factory is beautiful. But like I said, I will just wish for the 5.0, since this is like the last real motor that they're gonna be making with the Coyote engines, I would prefer them to just put carbon fiber. At least give us carbon fiber, please. And then, like, even the deck lid, if they would have just gave us a carbon fiber, like I had to install my own aftermarket carbon by the tail lights, but if they would have just gave us carbon side skirts, the carbon splitter in the front, the carbon rear diffuser with a carbon deck lid, and maybe a carbon spoiler that comes with it, that would have just made it perfect, you know. But you know, it's not really a big thing. I mean, you can change those aftermarket, but I would love for it to be a part of the car. And even giving us the opportunity of having the carbon side mirrors with the little carbons, I don't know what this is, the vent area, but if they would have made this carbon, that would have been so much perfect. Like I said, a lot of y'all might find that a little tedious and all that, but for me, I'm really into carbon fiber. So just having it stock without me having to go pay for extra money to go get that done, it would have just been nice to just give us that luxury opportunity of having that carbon fiber on the GTs, especially the blackout edition, what comes with the black badging, the black roof, and the black spoiler like I got with the black ponies. It would have made it different. All right, so number 2 is another thing I don't like, and I wish that they would have did at Ford, was basically give us better brakes. Like, the brakes is amazing, but I mean, I would prefer a better color option. I wish that they would have came with a couple of options, like maybe red, blue, green, or red, blue, yellow. I just wish they didn't come in this standard knockoff gray. No problem. I mean, the brakes is amazing. I love how the brakes look, but I wish they would have came with other color options, red, blue, yellow, however they want to decide. And even the rear, I wish they just came like nice, better brakes, just because this is not an EcoBoost. You know what I'm saying? So we deserve a little bit of a nice coloration. Like I said, my little things it's not a problem, but I'm really into like details and just making the car really pop. That's just my preference, but yeah, it's not too much of a big deal, but I will like that. Now the number 3 thing I would have changed, and I would have hoped they would have changed factory wise, is just give us real fucking carbon fiber. Let's go in the car. So inside the car, when you come inside the car is beautiful overall. I have no problem with the car. Like I said, I had to find certain things that I just would actually hope for factory to just did for the GTs. But the main thing I do find an issue, and I just kind of don't like, but I wish they would have just updated, it's just give us real carbon. Don't give us this bullshit. This is cute and shit, but like this could stay on the EcoBoost, the V6, whatever. But if you're gonna give us the nice V8 GTs, at least give us carbon options. Like it would have been just so nice if they would have just replaced this whole area just with carbon. And even instead of this damn silver chrome crap, whatever this is, put carbon here. Put carbon here. Like that would just make and then carbon door handles, like just little things like that, little tiny things just will present the car. Even like around here, like where it say sink and all that, like if they would have just had carbon fiber here, carbon fiber around the, you know, like the where we put our drinks at, stuff like that, it would just make the car just a little bit more just perfect to me. Like I said, I really don't have no issues with the car. Overall, this car is one of the best cars in the fucking market, and I'm not being biased. That's why I have it. This car is like, if you compare it to like certain supercars, entry supercars, that's like just getting into supercar level, to like the standard muscle cars, to the JDM cars, like this car overall by far is the most enjoyable, sexiest car you can get, especially for the price range. You're paying less for a lot of shit that you're getting with this car that no other car can compete in the price range that you're buying them for. But like I said, I don't really have too much things to nitpick about my car, but this is just a little. And then for the number 4 thing that I would have loved for them to change on the Mustang, let's talk about it. So number 4, the 4th thing I wish they would have changed about Mustang from the factory, just my preference, is the suspension. The suspension is amazing. Don't get me wrong. Suspension is amazing, but just the wheel gap alone is just horrible. Like, it's just hella lifted, and I feel like how BMW does with their M's and stuff like that, like the cars are naturally just lowered, so it's not too much of a wheel gap. Or if they did a wheel gap, I don't know, maybe your tires from factory, I don't know. But for me personally, for the GTs, it would have just been beautiful if they just gave us an opportunity to give us a little bit of no wheel gap, like how it is factory wise. It's not a big thing, but most of my cars are all slam static, and I just like the lower profile. And on top of that, for those that don't know about it, the lower your car is, the better aerodynamic it basically got, you know what I'm saying? So it's just better with turns. It's not more wobble, like bouncy. It's just, you're more connected to the road with a lower suspension. And overall, Mustang has one of the best fucking suspensions factory, period. Like, it's just so perfect. It drives well. You feel more connected to the road. You don't wobble and bounce everywhere. The suspension is real tough. That's one thing I like about the Mustangs. The car is built toughly. These 2020 models are one of the best, or is the best Mustang out there to get as a GT version. And they perfected. And what they did was they made sure that they did everything. They had flaws from previous complaints from owners from previous GT cars, that they made sure that they hit every single thing possible to make the 2020 the most reliable, durable, last longing Mustang. And they did a hell of a good job, as you guys okay, maybe I'm reaching on the 5th thing that I find a complaint. But I feel like if we're going to be competing against Dodge, Camaro, well, no disrespect, we shit on a lot of Camaros, but if we want to compete with Dodge, Chevrolet, Cadillac, if we want to compete with all these other muscle car brands, just give us a goddamn turbo or supercharger in the car stock. Like, that would have just made the car the motherfucking on the road. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know how to explain, because we already given fucking Hellcats problems. We already spanked the fuck out of Camaros. Camaros came to compete with us. Corvettes, they had a good challenge. But for a 5.0, man, we are crushing the goddamn muscle car scene. And if they would have just gave us a nice goddamn supercharger or a turbo, I mean, you guys give the goddamn EcoBoost turbos, them damn 4-cylinders, give the V8 a damn turbo or a goddamn supercharger. That's just me. Maybe I'm just feeling this type of way, but it would have just been nicer. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Coyote motor is one of the best fucking motors you guys can possibly get for a fucking car. The motor is insane under the hood. And I mean, like I said, there's not too much things I can complain about this car. I overall love this car. This car is the best fucking car I ever owned, I ever had on my channel. It's the most funnest car to drive. It's the most powerful car. It's so fucking fast. For the price range I paid, I'm getting way more than I paid for on this car. The Mustang is the best car. And I mean, honestly, I can't even complain about anything about factory. Overall, I'm so excited. Even the shit that I'm saying on the video, y'all gonna be like, that's really a complaint? I mean, it's just, I love the car. I really love the car. I'm not just saying this because I have the car. I'm saying it because I own the car and I'm fucking satisfied. I love everything about this car. Mustang, let me just tell you this. Ford did not mess up. So the whole thing is, Ford did not mess up with this car. They really perfected this car. I have been in multiple cars, friends and stuff like that, test driven a lot of cars, or test driven a lot of cars. Mustang is just different. The Mustang is just a different beast itself. For me personally, it's the best car in the market for the price range and for the power you get, for the weight of the car, for the torque. For the first time drivers like me that's driving manual cars, this shit has rev match. So they made sure they put rev match in the 2020. And then the clutch is kind of heavy. So a lot of people that have experience with driving manual cars, they say this clutch is heavy. For me, I have no experience, so I don't even know. I'm just thinking this is just normal. But personally, it drives amazing. Like, this is definitely a good car for anybody out there that wants to get a manual car and wants to learn. The way Ford perfected this car, they made sure this shit is real durable and real strong. The motor can take a lot of pounding, it take a lot of abuse. The clutch can take a lot of abuse, even though you don't want to do that to your clutch. But it's just, the whole thing is just letting you know, like, man, you getting a car that just feels so right. I don't know how to explain this. I've done put 10,000 miles on my car within 4 months. That is insane, I know. But I am the person going to drive my cars. I don't just let shit sit. I'm going to drive my cars. I'm going to enjoy my cars for what they offer. Happiness, you know what I'm saying? So for me, to you guys, car is amazing. I'm so grateful that I bought this car. And if I can repeat the process and trying to buy other cars, this is the car I'm going to go for. And the potential of building the car from the outside is amazing. Then another thing, just the opportunities of what you can do to the motor is insane. Like, my whole goal at the end of the day, my whole goal is to make this car 1,000 horsepower, because this is a long-term car I'm gonna keep forever. But I will love in the long run to, and hopefully sooner than better, you know what I'm saying, the more I support I get on my YouTube channel, the more I can get it done. But I do want to make this 1,000 horsepower car. I want to take it to the drag strip. I want to give you guys that content. I'm still learning as we go with the driving and all that stuff, but it's just amazing, man. It's just a hell of a good car. And like I said, I couldn't really give you guys the most detailed things I hate about my car, because I really love my car. I really can't find too much complaint about my car. They did a great job. Ford, y'all did a hell of a great job. Y'all better than Mopar. Y'all better than Camaro. I mean, our competition is no competition. You know, they got the Hellcats with all the goddamn power, but at the end of the day, they can't even hold their fucking power. So when we on the goddamn roads, us Mustangs are fucking them up. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, of course, they expected for a Hellcat to win because they all that power. But like I said, they cannot connect to the wheel. You know what I'm saying? All that power to that production they done over there in Dodge, I don't know what the hell they did. But all I can tell you is Ford is the best. Ford always been the traditional best. You get our cars, a Ford stock. We can do stock. Get Dodge car. Okay, ooh, you got a Demon. We got a Ford GT. Oh, guess what? If you don't want, oh, that's too much. Oh, we got Ford GT. Okay, cool. We got a Shelby 500. We have a Shelby 350. We got cars to compete. You know what I'm saying? And that's any kind of car company that you can, that's not a supercar company, like a car that makes affordable cars and still can make something high end. Ford never fails. From day one, Ford been one of the known and best fucking muscle car, not even just muscle car, but performance cars made. Ford is the best. You got to give them credit, even though some of us may not like American cars and like America. I feel you, but overall, it's just a car that competes. We have so many levels of Fords that can compete with all different levels. We got, like I said, we got a Ford fucking GT. We got the Ford, we got the Shelbys. We got the Super Snake. We got the goddamn GTs. GTs be competing with Hellcats, and this is not the biggest one. This is not even a Shelby. Just imagine we had our Shelby compete with these damn Hellcats. It's still another, it's a whole nother story, all right? So all I'm just saying is Ford is a hell of a great company when it comes to building their performance cars. If you guys want sport cars, I'm telling you guys, if you guys want sport cars, Ford is the way to go. And I don't complain about this car. I have nothing I hate about this car. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully I give you guys some type of idea, but just know I love this car. And y'all need to go get you guys a car like a Ford Mustang. See you guys on the next video. I hope you guys have a nice, blessed day. And if you guys are in the market, make sure you guys go pick you up a fucking Mustang GT 2020.